just, and also to be ourselves. We are not being authentic, as you say. We are not allowing ourselves to feel what we are feeling. So just be there for yourself, and things will improve. Thank you.
Thank you so, so much. And
Thank
we
you.
go to the next speaker, Shivi Verma. Let's start with Shivi. And so let me introduce both my speakers today before we go further. Shivi is the editor of Life Positive magazine, and I've called her for the second time. Actually, in my mind, I've never related to her as editor. For me, she's a friend. For me, she's someone who is very authentic, very real, and someone who does things from her heart. Nahi hai to nahi hai, hai to hai. It's like that. And I love that quality about her. And what's really something that I feel very inspired in the way she has moved in her life. I also want to talk about Sanjeev here. Sanjeev is someone who's very, very dear to me, and his family is very, very dear to me. This is my way of saying thank you, a big gratitude. If I am here in front of you, then Sanjeev has played a major role in my life for me being where I am. And more after once I connect with him, then I will talk more about why I'm saying what I'm saying. So over to Shivi. We'll go with ladies first, and then we'll. Sanjeev, I hope that's okay with you.
Yeah, of course, it's okay. I'm
Thank
free.
you. I really appreciate. So
Thank
Shivi
you.
Verma, can you please be online and can you talk?
Yes, yes. Hi.
Hi,
Hello, everybody.
hi Shivi.
Hi. Thank you, Anu, for inviting me once more today to connect with your friends and your family, uh, which was created on Zoom and which has become very close to each other over the past 2-3 months that you've been doing this work to heal people and uplift people. And it's a very noble job. And I'm sure that you have received the blessings of everybody who's been on this forum, and everything is coming back to you in multifold ways, manifold ways. So I can actually foresee that you'll like really go much higher than where you are today, simply because of the selfless work that you've been doing ever since the lockdown happened. So I'm very in awe of you, and I'm very admire you a lot for this effort that you've been making all this time.
Thank you. Shivi,
Uh,
I would really like you to take people through your inspiring story. And Shivi has, so let's start from where you are right now. Can we do
right,
that?
right.
Where are
So,
you right now and what have you achieved in right now?
well, Anu, to be very honest, I feel that my life, wherever it is right now, is a direct result of how much I worked on myself internally. So, had I not been doing the kind of work which I've done all these years, I don't think I would have seen the manifestation of it in my external world also. So it is really very different, I think, from other people's journey where they kind of they know to some extent what is it they want, and then they go after it, and eventually they even achieve millions of things. Spirituality may figure very late in their life, whereas for me this was just the opposite. I was a very confused and a baffled child to begin with, and even as a youngster, I could never really understand what are the mechanics through which life works and how to get a grip on it. So for me, as soon as I really discovered the tool of meditation, I used it, and I used it thoroughly to know myself, to kind of to understand my life purpose, and then that's through its help, step by step, I've been gradually able to clear many cobwebs from my life, many complications from my life, and today I'm in a space where I feel very, very contented from within, and I'm not really exaggerating. I feel that at this moment in my life I am so supported by the universe. I'm so loved, nourished, and cared for by the universe that I hardly have anything major to worry about. So I feel
Wow.
this is my greatest achievement, that my I feel that very sorted in my life. I feel very content from within, very peaceful from within. there are very few or angs, or major troubles which are boggling me, and I'm really losing my night's sleep thinking how to resolve it or how to get out of it. So I consider this as to be my greatest achievement, where I'm at peace with myself. There's some sense of equanimity which like kind of has taken roots in me. And no matter, and I'm not saying that life is devoid of all challenges after this. Well, challenges are there, they will be there, but there is a great kind of inner confidence or some kind of a great inner light which keeps showing me the way forward or how to move. And even if I get stuck, I know that, what is the next step to take. Why? Because the inner voice, or the voice of, say, the conscious, has become quite strong. So the
Wonderful.
troubles which had
Wonderful.
plagued me earlier, they're not there in my life, and I would say this is my greatest achievement.
Wonderful. Shivi, as a child, can you tell us, were you like that? Were you
No,
like that as a child?
no, not at all. I mean, as a child, perhaps when I was born, I was, I think, uh, I mean, very settled with myself, because that is how I was. Uh, uh, um, People tell me about me when I was a child that I was not very, very active, or running or squealing or throwing, or I was not like, if you would make me sit at a place, I would sit, and I was more fond of other things. For example, I was not fond of playing so much. I would like rather be like going on a stroll in the garden, maybe looking at butterflies, or looking at plants, or maybe picking up a book and trying to even understand the images if I couldn't read it. I was more fond of animals. I was more fond of being with myself. So I was okay with it. Only thing is, I did not know that it would be considered as an anomaly for a child by people around me. So I was constantly bombarded with these ideas that I was somehow not normal. Why? Because normal children didn't behave the way I did. So this was something which really kind of disturbed my inner peace or my confidence in myself. I realized that I was not right. Somehow I needed to be somebody else to fit in or to get the acceptance. And no matter how hard I tried, I would always fail at becoming that street smart kid, the one who was active, who was confident, or rather who was very who was quite noisy. So I was not like that. And I did not have too many friends also. I had 2 3 friends, and I was pretty okay with them. So these were the things which really kind of dented my confidence level, even as a child. So growing up became very painful for me, because then the search for who I am began quite early. So, and there were a time when I was constantly in a state of self negation, because those criticisms I internalized so much that I began to reject myself, that I was not good enough, I was not smart, I was not intelligent, I was, not worthy of being respected or loved. So all of these things really hampered. I mean, it came in the way of my happiness, my performance, and my general well-being for a very long time.
Wow. So, from a child who didn't feel complete,
Hmm.
who didn't feel accepted, who felt
Right,
different, who
right,
felt that there was something wrong with her because people
right.
treated her that way, to
Hmm.
being a very complete person, it's
Hmm.
been quite a journey, right?
Correct,
So,
correct.
what is the impact of your father and mom on you?
Yeah, actually, my father adored me unconditionally. So I never ever found him finding any fault with me. For him, I was the best child in the world, and he has made statements like, there is God has nothing left to give me. Why? Because he has already given me the best that he had, which is my daughter. But at the same time, my mom, being a lady of the world, and being a very down to earth or a very grounded person, obviously she was not like a thinker like me. So she also felt baffled, like, no, this child is so different, and perhaps what if I'm unable to give train her the way a girl is supposed to behave in the society. For she did feel that I have to kind of grow up, and I have to be married off, and I need to become very smart and agile and practical in order to face the challenges of life. So from her also, I did get that perhaps, I was not uh, fundamentally not okay the way I was. And I do understand that it was not her fault at all, because the society does expect women to be raised in a certain way, to behave or think in a certain way. And she was kind of passing whatever she had learned to me through her kind of words. But she was also my greatest support. If ever she found me sad, she would not leave me until she had dug out what was bothering me. And many things in life I learned from her, especially the way how to exert yourself, how not to give up in life. So plenty of things have influenced me from my mother too. In fact, Anu, you only said that Shivi, you're more like your mother and not like your father as you think yourself to be. So yes, so many things they just enter our conscious and subconscious mind from our environment.
Absolutely. So, Shivi, going further, if we look at your college and you've studied journalism, and and you then further went to be part of Life Positive magazine. But what was that journey between? Because you were not groomed to actually work or anything. There was a reason that you actually, when we were talking day before yesterday, you said it looked like that my marriage was a way for God to reach me to Life Positive magazine. So what about your marriage made you reach Life Positive?
I kind of, I would say, Anu, I began my career as a journalist, but the kind of journalism, the journalism related work which I got after my graduation was not in consonance with how I felt as a person or how I wanted to leave an impact on my surroundings. So it was, I did realize that it was very negative in its approach. It was more focused on fault finding or exaggerating what was not working, or the everything which was happy or positive or encouraging was mostly ignored. And so I was not very happy. I felt that I'm not contributing to society, rather I'm just maybe uh, I'm just adding to the chaos. So, I was not happy. So, and then fortunately, spiritual pursuits had started while I was in my college. I was introduced to meditation, and I had taken it up like maybe a duck takes to water or fish takes to water. तो उससे मुझे ऐसा लगने लगा था कि कुछ ऐसा काम करो जो जो आपका जो अंतर मन है उससे मेल खाता हो, उससे अलग नहीं, जो आप महसूस करते हैं या सोचते हैं आप वही लिख रहे हैं, आप कुछ और नहीं लिख रहे हैं। तो ऐसा तो जब when I didn't feel happy, and after a while I resigned from my job and I came back to my hometown, and I was searching for an alternative. And then I happened to come across this magazine called Life Positive in one of those bookstalls, and I brought it home, and I felt that this is what it is, and this is where I want to go. That time it was very difficult because I was in Gorakhpur. Gorakhpur is, again, I don't know how many people know that it's a small district. Not small, it is an average district in eastern UP. Uh, and here this magazine was being published from Mumbai. So it was a very distant dream. But I still felt that nothing is impossible because I could very strongly resonate with the theme of Life Positive. So I sent the editor of Life Positive an email, and I sought her permission to send articles, which she accepted. But I don't think at that time anything got printed. Why? Because whatever I had written might not have appealed to her. But at the same time, I was able to strike a conversation with her and enter a dialogue with her, get to know about a few things. And uh, my parents were also looking to get me married. And as luck would have it, I got married to a man who was posted in Bombay. And then I came to Bombay. And again, I thought that rather my husband was very keen that I do something instead of just sitting at home. So I began to apply at many places, but my heart was still with Life Positive. And again, I approached Sumaji, the former editor of Life Positive, and I said that I would like to work for you. At that time, she said that we had only one position and that is now filled. So we don't have any scope. But something from within would tell me that no matter who's sitting there, Shivi, eventually the job belongs to you and it will come to you. And this is what exactly happened. I think a few months later, I received a call from her saying that would you like to join Life Positive or appear for a test? Why? Because the one who was working with us has left us. So I was very happy, and I went. I met her, and I seized that opportunity. I gave that test, and later on, she gave me a call saying that you're most welcome to join Life Positive, and that's how
Wow.
I began to work
So
for
what
the
you're talking
magazine.
about is a dream that, and just picking up a book and saying, that's the book I want. That's the
Right.
place where I want to be. And when you're
Right.
sitting in a small city called Gorakhpur, and
Mm-hmm.
then getting married and really reaching there, and again, second attempt, you're sending
Right.
your articles which are not getting printed. Then the
Huh.
third attempt, you are actually saying, can I please join? And there is no job. But
Hmm.
it's your spirit that didn't give up, because you kept saying, मेरी जगह वहां है, कुछ भी कर
Yes.
लो, मेरी जगह वहां है.
Yes.
And
Yes. There
that
was some great.
dedication,
Right.
that dedication, that
Yes.
consistency, if
Yes.
you have
Yes.
a dream, you make it happen, and that's what you did. And today she is the editor of Life Positive.
Yeah, correct. So I would say, it was like, I mean, ये नहीं तो और क्या, यही तो करना है. शिवी वर्मा अगर ये नहीं करेगी तो she has, kind of lost the opportunity which was given to be me by the divine. अगर यही तो करना है.
और
So
शिवी
it was like the great inner conviction that I had. So it was kind of not coming from my mind, to be very clear, that it was not a mind related goal.
no, it
It was
wasn't.
like part of my, my inner urge of consciousness, or
It
maybe
was a
even
part
linked to
of
my
your
life
seeking.
purpose.
It was a part of your
Correct.
seeking.
Right.
And
Right.
from Gorakhpur to this place, how many
Right.
years?
From that was like, this is now the 10th year. I got married in 2010. So 2010, and now this is 2020. So that's
And
साल
we're
हो
talking
गए.
about a story before that. She picked up a
Yes,
magazine
yeah.
before that.
I picked up the magazine, I think, in 2008. Um,
Wow.
that's
That's
how,
12
and
years
then
it took her to reach, but she did not.
yes, yes,
Kind of worked with dedication and with commitment. So,
that
should we
right.
talk about your married life? What really happened there?
Yeah, so kind of yeah, I got married to a very well settled guy. Um, mm, he was I mean, he was an investment banker, and he had his own house and car in Bombay. So I think that was kind of, the your ultimate dream getting realized in one stroke. You feel that, kind of you have made it. Why? Because now you have nothing to worry about. Your future, your present, everything is would be taken care of, and you have a nice husband. um, but at the time of marriage, I did not have a job, and when I entered the marriage scene, so within a year's time, my husband lost his very a high-paying job, and then we had, no income coming from anywhere, because I was not employed and he was not employed, and like we were like 5 months had passed with not a single penny coming into the house. So whatever savings we had almost exhausted. And then was the challenge that if he was trying in several places, but he was not kind of being making the cut for whatever reason, which is like I till today do not know, for somebody to have kind of um, maybe somebody who was one time the investment banker and a vice president of a very huge company. Why he couldn't get another job, I still don't know, but maybe that is how things were destined to be. So उस time पे फिर मेरे लिए it became very important to get my act together and open a source of income. And because he was failing and he wasn't able to get up despite my health and my all kind of motivational talks, perhaps whatever was needed to happen was not happening within himself. I was left with no choice but to take up this challenge of working in Mumbai. So us time pe to I before that, before the job job of life first have happened, I was not very confident whether I would get this job or not. In the that is mentally my obviously heart lay with life positive. तो मुझे लगा था कि maybe I'll become a healer, I'll read cards or I'll write my book, but वो नहीं हुआ. And then I realized that this is Bombay and this is a mega metropolis, and surviving this city with my small city skills is going to be a challenge, but this is a challenge you cannot run away from. You have to do it. And you have to really gear yourself up for this challenge. I do realize that it is not easy for somebody coming from a small city like Gorakhpur, and then to kind of, within um, in a year to get ready to face the hustle and bustle and the mad rush of Bombay and locals, and then you also have a house to take care of, a husband who is perpetually uh, unhappy because he isn't getting what he wants. And then I remember that after I got the job, I used to wake up at 4 or 4:30 in the morning, go into the kitchen, cook for the whole day, then take a bath, then get ready, then go to the local train. And then I was very inexperienced, but I was determined to make it and catch that local train and be in the face those pushes and pulls and all the life risk related things over there, reach my office, do my work sincerely, go back home, and again face all those challenges which come with having a house which is not fully
No, it's
functional.
not easy. It's
So
not easy.
yeah, so all of these things, and then kind of I did realize that no matter what, how many challenges are there, I have to put in my best. Why? Because this is what I have, and I'm not going to let go. So there were plenty of challenges at the workplace too. It's not that everything was rosy. If you're, kind of, it was a new atmosphere for me. I was in the midst of totally new people, and for some funny reason, except for my editor, nobody else would talk with me. And I was quite baffled as to why is it that people have chosen to turn their back and not interact with me. And sometimes, there were like petty things happening around. So then I decided that I'm not invest my energies into getting people to like. That's not my business. I'm not come here to do that. I'll focus on my work and I'll give my 100% over there, because this is what is going to ensure that my house is running. There is food on the table. We can pay our bills,
Absolutely.
and so that's
From
how.
this,
And
from this
I
place where you were such dedicated worker, such a
hmm,
committed wife,
right,
somebody who wanted to be supportive towards her husband, what
right,
happened that you decided to leave the marriage? And what
yeah.
happened really where
Hmm,
you took a plunge to be, you were changing, and I was there watching you, and to be
right.
really honest, it was amazing. The transformation was just mind
Hmm,
blowing. How did
right.
you do it? What created it for you? What motivated you?
Yeah, actually, Anu, the thing is, what I realized in my own life journey, that you can only change yourself. You can, whatever changes you want to bring into your life, you can only apply it on yourself. The other is an individual with his own life path, own life trajectory, own lessons to learn, and and own decisions to make. So you can try and change a person. You can maybe be your best with him, but ultimately the onus is on him. So the thing is that I very clearly saw where the problem lay with my husband, and the problem lay in his spiritual path. So now spirituality is related to your overall growth. Okay. So my husband used to follow a spiritual path which had kind of given him all that it could. And and for him to now kind of go on to the next level, it was very important that he changed gears from within also, upgrade himself internally, so that a new path could open up for him. But as you know, religious fundamentalism is a very big problem everywhere. So do even though we feel that it is the other person, maybe the other community which is very fundamentalistic, if we actually look at ourselves, when all honesty, we all realize that somewhere we are all clinging to our religious beliefs very, very strongly. We have a feeling that whatever I know is the best and the highest. And even though if it has, ceased to give you result, एक time ऐसा आता है जब वो बंद हो जाता है, तो अब उनकी लाइफ में 50 दुनिया भर की सारे काम कर रहे हैं, सारी पूजा पाठ कर रहे हैं, सारे जगह अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, सारी माला जप रहे हैं, सारे होम हवन कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा है। तो मैंने उनको बहुत समझाने की कोशिश की कि देखिए अब आप ये सब थोड़ा छोड़िए, आप उसमें मत जाइए, डोंट गो इनटू द रिचुअल्स because that ritualistic aspect, whatever it had to give you, it has given you. Now you need to become more introspective. You need to focus on your inner world. You need to fix those beliefs which are not serving you. But that was his very big block. He was not ready to kind of go on that journey where you have to face yourself in all honesty and look at yourself where you have gone wrong, where you have hurt others, perhaps where you have been too entitled, and where you have taken things for granted, and where even you have taken the grace of the divine for granted. तो इन सब पे वो किसी भी तरह से जो है वो वर्क करने को तैयार नहीं थे, and he must have had his own fears. I know going on a self inventory is one of the most challenging things for anybody. ये आसान नहीं है, हम सभी को अंदर झांकने से बहुत डर लगता है, बट आप एक टाइम तक ही अवॉइड कर सकते हैं, उसके बाद आप नहीं कर सकते, और उनका वो टाइम आ गया था। लेकिन अब वही कहते हैं ना, यू कैन ब्रिंग अ हॉर्स टू द वाटर, you cannot make it drink. So I could not really make him drink it. I tried, I moved heaven and earth, whatever I could do, introduce him to spiritual masters who were the experts in this particular area of introspection, of realization, of inner alchemization and transformation. But he totally rejected them. Why? Because he was already coming from this belief that whatever he knew was the ultimate and the final. कि अगर हमने मरते मरते बस राम राम जप लिया तो हमारा काम हो गया और हमें तो वैकुंठ मिल जाएगा, भले जीवन में हमने कुछ भी किया हो. So this belief was kind of propagated, and perhaps it was even bought by many of his followers because it did offer a kind of a shortcut to salvation. So he was not willing to do that kind of work, and ultimately I did realize that when जब भी कोई गाड़ी चलनी होती है तो एक पहिया एक्सप्रेस का है और एक पहिया अगर साइकिल का है तो वो नहीं चल सकती, या तो हम साइकिल का पहिया बन जाए या वो एक्सप्रेस का पहिया बन जाए. तो वो जब दो पहिए अलग अलग किस्म से चल रहे थे, एक एक्सप्रेस गाड़ी का है और एक साइकिल का पहिया है, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं वो उसको टूटना ही था. और मैं और कोई भी जानता है, अगर आपने स्पिरिचुअल ग्रोथ कर ली है, आपको बहुत सारे फैक्ट्स दिखाई देने लगे, लाइफ का अगर एक इंटरलॉकिंग डिजाइन आपको दिखने लगा है, तो कोई बहुत बड़ा बेवकूफ ही होगा जो बैक ट्रैक करेगा, जो पीछे जाएगा, कहेगा नहीं नहीं, ऐसा कोई भी नहीं होगा ना. कोई भी हीरे को छोड़ करके पत्थर नहीं उठाए. तो मैं भी नहीं उठा सकती. मैं बहुत कोशिश कर सकती थी कि भाई ये जो पत्थर है उसको हम कैसे एल्कमाइज करके या कोयला इसको हम हीरा बना लें. मैं वापस नहीं जा सकती थी, और मुझे ये समझ में आ गया कि बहुत साल हो गए इनके साथ. आई थिंक दे वर लाइक इन ऑल 5 years. तो बीच में भी हमारा सेपरेशन कई बार, दो बार हुआ. तो 5 साल के अंदर सारी मेहनत करने के बावजूद भी जब मैं उनको उस जगह पे नहीं ला सकी, I couldn't bring him to that level of where he is ready to do that inner work. I had to say goodbye, because then I realized that I am not here to prove my worth or my mettle as a wife to the world. That is not the purpose of my life.
शिवी, जब आपकी इंटरव्यू ले रही थी मैं पहले, तो बहुत अच्छी बात कही थी आपने, और वो मैं रिपीट कराऊंगी आपकी तरफ से, कोट अनकोट. आपने कहा, एंड इट लेफ्ट अ मार्क इन माय लाइफ. आपने ये कहा कि मैं दोनों जगहों पे, दैट इज लाइफ पॉजिटिव एज वेल एज शादी में, उतनी ही मेहनत कर रही थी. एक जगह पे मुझे डबल एप्रिसिएशन मिल रही थी और एक जगह पे मुझे एप्रिसिएशन नहीं मिल रही थी. एंड दोज वर्ड्स रियली रियली स्टेड विद मी. आई वुड नॉट वांट टू नो कि लाइफ पॉजिटिव में जो आपको एप्रिसिएशन मिल रही थी, वो आपके लिए क्या लेके आई, and what happened to you because of that appreciation? Because एक रास्ता बंद हुआ तो दूसरा खुला था, and in that you had this amazing appreciation, you had people like Aditya Aluwalia, you had people like Suma Varghese, you had people who were there in the office, you had your readers, and you reached this place of being today in that you were getting groomed literally by the best teacher that I know, the best person that I know, into what you have become today. And
Right.
of course, you were grooming yourself. So, in nutshell, what did this appreciation do for you?
Actually, I would say, Anu, the best thing which Life Positive do to me was give me space to express myself in the most authentic manner. I have
Wow.
plenty of realizations. I have plenty of spiritual insights. They were all, just bubbling within me, and I was unable to find the right channel to, or the right medium to express myself or whatever I had amassed over the years in my spiritual journey. I realized that, I have a lot of maybe gems inside in my portly, but I'm unable to kind of share it with the world. And Life Positive gave me that space. So I'm
Wow.
very thankful that so much, Life Positive has always encouraged a very introspective form of writing, where you are suppose if the article is not coming from a space of inner realization or does not have a personal experience to back your claims, then it is not considered authentic or even worthy of being published. So we have never believed in, kind of just giving the reader gyan, sitting on a pulpit and maybe preaching. So that was never appreciated, and it was also considered quite haughty to even do something like this. So we were supposed to come from this great space of great humility and great sharing. So that was an opportunity I wanted and I thirst for all my life, to be able to share with what I have, which was unique to me. And that is where, I was able to get it out. And when it actually got out, then I realized that that was what impressed my editor as well as my publisher, because they saw that I was adding great value to my writing. And then the appreciation would come from readers, and they would send letters that certain articles really opened their eyes and made them feel very bind from within, or they felt that they were somebody who actually knew what they were going through, or had an answer to those challenges. ऐसा कई बार होता था कि हम एक्सपो में जो हमारे रीडर्स आते थे तो लोग मुझे घेर लेते थे और कहते थे कि आप ये बताइए कि आपकी एज इतनी कम है और आप इतना कैसे जानती हैं, और ये मुझसे काफी बूढ़े और सफेद बाले वाले लोग मुझसे कहते थे। तो मेरे पास जवाब नहीं होते थे, मैं कैसे बोलूं, कि मेरे पास क्या बोलूं कि मेरे आप तो बड़ी यंग लगती हैं, आप जो लिखती हैं, फिर हम फोटो देखते हैं तो हम चक्कर में पड़ जाते हैं कि इतनी यंग लड़की को इतना कैसे पता। तो अब मैं कैसे समझाऊं कि मेरी जर्नी जो है वो सेल्फ क्रिटिसिज्म से स्टार्ट होकर के सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन और परहैप्स सेल्फ डिस्कवरी पे आ गई थी। वो काफी पहले हो गया था, क्योंकि मेरा बचपन ही इतना ज्यादा इनर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट से भरा था, तो मुझे या तो आत्महत्या कर लेनी थी या कोई रास्ता निकालना था, तो मैंने कोई रास्ता ही निकाला। तो
वेरी
ये
गुड,
वजह थी, या तो
वेरी गुड।
ये वजह थी।
आपने सुना
जी।
सबने, या तो मैं खुदकुशी कर लेती या मैं रास्ता निकालती। खुदकुशी करने वालों की यहाँ कोई जगह नहीं है, क्योंकि वो रहते ही नहीं दुनिया में उसके बाद। लेकिन जो रास्ता निकाल लेता है वो दूसरों के लिए भी रास्ता निकालता है, सिर्फ खुद के लिए नहीं निकालता है। सो शिवी, एक मैसेज दे दीजिए आप फटाफट से सारे ऑडियंस को कि बेसिकली नॉट जस्ट फ्रॉम अ वुमन्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, फ्रॉम लेट्स पुट इट लाइक दिस, दो मैसेजेस चाहिए मुझे आपसे। एक, एज अ वुमन टू अ वुमन, anybody who is going through a bad marriage, through let's say introspection, to feeling not fitted in, to feeling ki they are strange for them, and one message for all the men out there. What would you say to the janta out there? Thank you.
Okay, so first message is for the women who are, entrapped in perhaps difficult marriages. So I would say, what I realized is that today I say that I am enjoying a very liberated and happy state where I feel that life is in my hands and I can do whatever I want. So it is not, something which has just happened. एकाएक नहीं हो गया। तो हकीकत ये है कि जब भी लाइफ में कुछ बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज आता है, जो बहुत अंदर से फ्रिक्शन क्रिएट कर रहा है, बहुत पेन क्रिएट कर रहा है, तो वो उसका पर्पस आपको दुख देना तो है ही नहीं। अगर बहुत दुख में है, तो कहीं ना कहीं यू हैव टू गो विद इन योर सेल्फ एंड रियलाइज दैट व्हाट इज इट दैट दिस जो बेस्ट इसमें से हो सकता है। अपनी तकलीफ को कम करने के लिए आप क्या कर सकते हैं? कैन यू चेंज द अदर पर्सन? कैन यू एक्चुअली मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर फीलिंग, हाउ यू आर थिंकिंग? क्या लोग आपको सुन पा रहे हैं, लोग आपको समझ पा रहे हैं, या क्या आपने भी कभी अपने दिल की बात कही है? क्या अपने लिए खड़े होना जानते हैं? अपने आपको ये भी मालूम है कि आपको चाहिए क्या अंदर से? अक्सर महिलाओं को यही नहीं पता होता कि वो उन्होंने क्यों शादी करी है, उनको जीवन से क्या चाहिए, पता ही नहीं होता। तो वॉट एवर जो सफरिंग आपकी लाइफ में है वो आपको आपके करीब लेके जाने के लिए ही है। So if you can start, try to introspect, you can start going within yourself, you'll find answers. So the thing is that life, हम से कोई जवाब नहीं है मेरे पास जो हर सिचुएशन के लिए फिट हो जाए, पर अल्टीमेटली आपकी जो इनवर्ड जर्नी है, आंसर भी आपके पास वहीं से आए। तो उसको पहली बात नेगेटिवली लेना बंद करिए। अगर आप सोचते हैं कि सारी दुनिया आपके खिलाफ एक साजिश कर रही है या आपकी सबसे ज्यादा मुसीबत में है और सब गलत आपके ही साथ होता है, तो यहाँ पे आप अपनी ग्रोथ को रोक रहे हैं। आप अगर ये सोचें कि पूरी सिचुएशन मुझे क्या बताने की कोशिश कर रही, व्हाट इज दैट इन इट, मैं क्या सीख सकती हूँ? क्या मैं अपने जीवन में अपने साथ कहाँ अन्याय कर रही हूँ? मैं अपने जीवन में अपने आप को कहाँ छोटा कर रही हूँ? हम कहते हैं ना, लोगों ने मेरी रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करी, तो मैंने क्या अपनी रिस्पेक्ट की है? हैव आई रिस्पेक्टेड माई सेल्फ? पीपल डोंट प्रायोरिटाइज मी, तो आर यू प्रायोरिटाइजिंग योर सेल्फ? तो जो चीज अगर आप खुद को ही नहीं दे रहे, अपने आप को आप प्यार नहीं दे रहे, अपने आप की इज्जत नहीं कर रहे, अपने आप को आप स्पेस नहीं दे रहे हैं टू बी योर सेल्फ, आपने सबको प्रायोरिटाइज कर दिया अपने आप को छोड़ करके, इस उम्मीद में कि लोग आपको वो देंगे जो सबकी सेवा करके आप उम्मीद लगाए बैठे हैं। ऐसा नहीं हो, ऐसा कभी भी नहीं हो पाए। देखिए, प्यार या सेवा कोई कोई ट्रेड या बार्गेन नहीं कि मैंने ये किया तो बदले में तुम मुझे दोगे। और जनरली हम इसको ऐसे ही सोचते हैं कि मैंने शादी की और मैंने अच्छी बहू बन के सबको खुश किया तो लोग मेरी कीमत करेंगे। नहीं, हम क्यों कर रहे थे? हम इसलिए कर रहे थे कि मेरे दिल में प्रेम था, उसको बांटना चाहते थे, या इसलिए कि मुझे उम्मीद थी कि मुझे एक बेस्ट बहू या बेस्ट वाइफ या बेस्ट मदर का खिताब मिल जाए। अगर ये मोटिव है तो आपको अपना मोटिव चेक करना, ये हाँ आपको चेक, इसीलिए आपको उम्मीद होती है और इसीलिए आपका दिल टूटता है। तो लर्निंग आपकी यहीं पे है कि जो दूसरों से आप उम्मीद कर रहे हैं, क्या वो खुद अपने साथ आप ट्रीटमेंट दे रहे हैं? आपकी क्या इच्छाएं, आपकी क्या डिजायर्स है, आपके क्या पैशंस हैं, आप लाइफ में क्या सबसे ज्यादा करना चाहते थे? क्या आप गाना सीखना चाहते थे? क्या आप डांस सीखना चाहते थे? क्या आप पेंटिंग सीखना चाहते थे? क्या आप कोई बुक लिखना चाहते थे? कहाँ है वो सपना आपका? उसको जिंदा रखने के लिए आपने क्या किया? अपने लिए बजाय लोगों के क्रिटिसिज्म की परवाह करिए, जो आपका जो ऑथेंटिक ट्रूथ था वो आपने कभी बोला? खुद को आपने कहाँ प्रायोरिटाइज किया? खुद को इज्जत दीजिए। ये मैंने भी अपने मैरिज में देखा कि जब तक मैं सिर्फ एक गिवर थी, तब तक तो मेरी कोई वैल्यू नहीं थी। लेकिन मुझे ये समझ में आ गया कि मैं कितना भी दे दूंगी उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, लेकिन मैं अपने आप में जितना इन्वेस्ट करूंगी, मैं नहीं कहती आप दीजिए मत, आप जरूर दीजिए और देना चाहिए भी, क्यों नहीं देना चाहिए? लेकिन हम क्यों देते हैं? क्या उससे क्या पाने की क्यों उम्मीद नहीं? हम देते हैं क्योंकि देने का हमारा नेचर है, वो अच्छा लगता है हमें उसको देने में। तो तमगे के लिए हमें कुछ नहीं देना। और उसके बाद मैंने देखा, मैंने महसूस किया कि रियली आई एम नॉट हियर टू काइंड ऑफ, मेरा लाइफ में पर्पस अच्छी बीवी या अच्छी माँ बनना नहीं है। मे बी खैर माँ तो मैं फॉर्चुनेटली मेरे 2 बच्चे हो नहीं सके, लेकिन ये लेबल शायद नहीं है। मुझे बहुत अच्छे से इस बात का एहसास हुआ कि आई एम अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, आई एम एन इंडिविजुअल एंड आई बीन सेंट ऑन दिस अर्थ टू एक्सप्लोर दिस लाइफ, टू एक्सपीरियंस लाइफ एंड टू क्रिएट द लाइफ ऑफ माई ड्रीम।
Wow.
तो ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई जो अपॉर्चुनिटी वो मर्दों को है मुझे कम हासिल है, मुझे पूरा हक है इस दुनिया में जीने का और वो हर वो चीज एक्सपीरियंस करने का जो जो मेरी इच्छा है।
बिल्कुल।
तो जब मुझे ये समझ में आया कि ईश्वर को तो मुझसे ऐसी कोई उम्मीद है ही नहीं, उसे तो कोई भी परवाह नहीं, क्योंकि अगर ऐसा होता तो मैं तो अच्छी बीवी होने के सारे कर्तव्य निभा रही थी, रिजल्ट मिलना चाहिए था ना। उसने
Thank
हिसाब का, नो, आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन योर लाइफ एंड योर जर्नी एंड व्हाट यू हैव टू गिव एन ऑफर टू द वर्ल्ड थ्रू योर लर्निंग. So
Absolutely.
create yourself. और अगर तुमको, even if you want money or status, then you have to work hard to get it. You cannot rest on somebody else's lawn. वो तुम्हें कभी नहीं मिलेगा. तुम शॉर्टकट नहीं अपना सकते. और that is why I think I was pretty okay when the divorce happened. I knew it was going to happen. तो मुझे कोई मैं बिल्कुल भी झूठ नहीं बोलूंगी कि मुझे कोई दुख हुआ नहीं, मुझे कोई दुख ही नहीं. मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई थी कि एक बहुत ही डिस्फंक्शनल चैप्टर क्लोज हो गया, और नाउ लाइफ इज इन माय हैंड्स. और अब मैं, मतलब मुझे क्या खाना है, क्या पहनना है, कितने बजे सो के उठना है, क्या करना है, कहाँ जाना है, अब ये nobody is sitting on my head to tell me or dictate. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I actually did it, and I enjoyed my life.
Wonderful. So this is the journey of Shivi Verma, the journey from where she is standing in the garden, a little girl who is being looked at as a strange person, to someone who says, "Mujhe jeene ka hak hai completely, and I will live." She's not asked for death; she's asked for life, and that's why she's an inspiration. We will take questions for her as well as Sanjeev at the end. And is that okay with you, Shivi?
Yeah, perfectly all right.
Thank you. So from here, we go to the next speaker. The next speaker on the forum is Sanjeev Vadera. So Sanjeev takes me back to my time 11 years back. 11 years back, he was my neighbor.